Okay, so for this one, we're going to kind of start out here with a little bit of a mix. This is kind of an organization day for me that I did about 2 weeks ago, kind of pulling together items in various states that were not at finishers. This includes items stitched pending finishing, items received from finishing, items I finished, and items that are in finishing process. So getting up here kind of closer if I can. The upper left hand corner is Warm Winter Woolens. I'll have some details on it when I do its close up. Scattered Christmas, which you've seen. And then the reason I'm doing this video is for a couple of these that this is the only picture I have of them completed. This is the Alessandra Adelaide Fall Pumpkin completed into a pillow, and Carolina Stitcher did an amazing job of finishing this pillow. I gave her very little space to work with because if you remember, I was using scrap thread and scrap fabric for this. So I believe this is, I think it's on Monaco. 28 count scraps of orange and yellow and gold and brown and a couple of shades of green. And the backing fabric, which I didn't take a picture of, you can kind of see there on the trim, is a beautiful dark green. I love how this pillow turned out. Beside it is the Santa that I finished into a cube. Below that is the Friends that I did for a friend. I stitched the pink piece, and then Carolina Stitcher picked the background fabric and completed it into the project bag for me. And there in the center you can kind of see also there's a needle minder that I was trying to make to match with it. Here's my finished Biscorn U again. This is Chillin' by Drawn Thread. I'm in the process of finishing it. I'm going to have to redo the finishing. It's not straight, and I need to iron it because of all the messes I've made with it. And I actually need to stitch another one of these because the glow-in-the-dark fabric or floss isn't actually glowing in the dark. Spring, which you've seen. This is another pretty recent finish. Blackbird Designs. I love this kind of neutral raw beigey color with the white Petit Point fabric. I believe that's probably from oh, I can't remember the name. Anyway, I'll have that. I'll try to put links below to all of these. Here's my shepherdess again. I need to re-iron her and come up with a new finishing goal. This is the Pine Mountain. I'm just waiting for the insert for. And then this is a Santa that I stitched. I changed the color of Merry Christmas and I still don't like it. So I'm probably either going to take the Merry Christmas out and redo it, or change the whole color palette, because it's supposed to be, you know, kind of vintage, kind of rustic, and I think that the colors it called for work okay. It called for Merry Christmas to be done in the same blue as the border, and I wasn't real kind of happy with that, so I changed it to the yellow. And then just kind of my notebook of planning. And then we're going to move into a work in progress kind of update. This is Brooks Book Publishing Advent Calendar Animals. This is the square one, the beginning of it. I think it's Katie Kitty, I think is her name. Here's her kind of almost done. She's waiting her number so that she can be the complete number one on this Babbling Brook kind of blue fabric that isn't showing well in. Looking kind of green-gray in the pictures, but she's got her fish there from her ice fishing, and she's ready to go. Then this is number 2, which is the polar bear. He's got his cocoa. He's all ready for a cold day with his sweater, and I'm hoping that my niece will come up with a wonderful way to put items on here for her twins for Advent, because I know that as much as I love this, I will not be able to stitch it twice. Not saying I couldn't do another Advent calendar, but then I'd worry they'd fight over which one got which calendar. So I'm hoping that she'll come up with a wonderful way to kind of deal with that. And then we're going to move on to the bird. This is my very first pattern using silk. This was a kit, and it came with the silk. It came with everything but the fabric. And I stitched this on, I believe it's 32 count, might be 28 count. Those are usually the ones I'm working in, unless I'm working with Ada, then it's 14 and 18. But I kind of like how this turned out. My goal is to send this to to the finisher, Carolina's stitching, and she can hopefully put this into a project bag for me. I just love the colors in this. Very pretty. Okay, so now we're to the organization day that brought about me coming to Flosstube. So I pulled all of my works in progress and UFOs into one spot. Seeing them on a piece of paper really didn't dawn on me how much there is, but by pulling them all together, I kind of got a little overwhelmed. I had always told myself I wasn't going to be the person that started projects before I finished them, and you'll see when we get to it that there is a project on here that was my very first put needle to cross stitch fabric, and it is still in this category. And for a person who's only been stitching for a little over a year, to me I felt like this was extreme. So on the next video I'll kind of do some close-up of these and explain them, and kind of get into more details on them. But basically I went and searched on, of course, the internet, looking for ways to organize, come up with a stitch rotation. Although I'm very experienced in organization, I was a little bit overwhelmed, and so I was looking for help and came across YouTube and the Flosstube videos, and got completely sidetracked enjoying everyone's videos and seeing all of your ideas and your beautiful stitching, and I decided to go ahead and try and jump into this. So we'll see how it goes. I still haven't come up with a complete rotation schedule yet, but I'll kind of show you the one I've come up with probably in a couple videos down the way. Okay, keep making this many more memories.